And jingle, jingle, we are joined once again by the effortless girl, Julie Lovin, because we are in the thick of festive season. And hey, this is the time when do it yourself crafters really shine. What do we got on the docket for the viewers at home today, Julie?
This is such an easy holiday project. Christmas gifts, teacher gifts, friend gifts. This is a great decor. It's very high end looking. It's kind of like an effortless girl knockoff, I'll call it. But these are beautiful. They look antique brass tree,
Gorgeous.
a patina silver. These are actually, if you buy these in a retail store, the small sizes are 80 up to 150, and that's ridiculous. So what we're doing is taking cardboard cones that are between $1 and $3, and then we're going to antique and patina ourselves. These are so elegant. You can mix it in with maybe some faux snow or some silver or gold ornaments, make a gorgeous centerpiece, a tablescape, anything like that. I just love this one of my favorite DIYs I've done this season. And nobody has to know that you spent almost we're making these for under $5. So that is really reasonable.
You could even use green pipe cleaner to go around it and make it look like garland. That is such a good
Here,
idea.
you can add to how you're an effortless girl already.
I am. This is such a good idea. How do we get started, Julie?
It's so simple. And I have a section that I have not done yet. So use gold spray paint or gold art paint. The gold art paint is 50 cents per tube, so that's very reasonable. If you have spray paint and you do some of our projects that we do throughout the year, we have gold spray paint. So
Yeah.
you probably already have that at home. It's about $5 per bottle, but you will need the tiniest little bit for any of these treats. You can also use silver. That's very elegant too. I'm not sponsored by this brand, but I'm using this brand because it's the only brand that I know. This is Antique Paste Wax. You could probably use black shoe polish. It might make a little bit more of a mess and probably stinks, but it would work. This is Rub and Buff brand Antique Paste Wax. You need literally that much for all of the trees. So the more a tiny little bit goes the longest way, trust me. So I'm going to use a sponge on a stick. You can use a household sponge. It's up to you. This stuff, when you get it on your hands, it is really hard to get off. So be aware of that. But just the slightest little bit on your sponge and then just lightly tap. You can always add more, but it's hard to take it away. And so once you tap it on, you buff it. So
Okay, gotcha.
hence the rub and buff. But just tap it on gently. You can add more in some sections because, and so here's what I did. You can add a little bit more and you can see where the darker spots
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Rub it down some, and then it looks very antique and go around the whole. I'm going to hold up this one close to the camera, hold up this one close to the camera, and I just think they look so elegant. Nobody has to know that they're not. I think they actually look like metal, but they're not. They're cardboard.
Which
And,
makes them lighter, easier to manage.
and the great thing about these, to store them at the end of the season, they all nest within themselves. So you're only storing one.
Boom.
I love these cones, and they're so versatile. You can use them for everything. In fact, we will use them again this month for another project. But I think this is probably the most elegant project that I will do. Very sophisticated, very high end looking, but it's a DIY. Probably takes about 30 minutes to paint it gold or silver and then do the paste wax. You can use shoe polish too.
Now, last question for you. The cardboard cones, can they be found at
Every
really any craft store?
Yes.
Are they pretty common?
Dollar stores right now in the holiday section of dollar stores, they have those. Every craft store has them. And a little secret about the craft store, these will be front and center in the holiday section. But if you go to the back to the cardboard, different shapes, they're a little bit cheaper if they're not marked holiday. So that's my tip for the day. But go to the back of the store and they will have all different cardboard shapes and, throughout the year kinds of blank cardboard items that people would use for projects. Get those cones, they're cheaper.
I think that is great holiday shopping advice across the board. If you go into a store and see something put right in your face, front and center, go to the aisle where you think that item is, and because you'll find more options and typically better prices.
I never
Now,
heard that.
exactly. Now, Julie, where can people go for a step-by-step breakdown of this craft and many other holiday crafts to get to really pump up their decor game this festive season?
Absolutely. These will be on Instagram at The Effortless Girl, on effortlessgirl.com, Facebook and Twitter at The Effortless Girl.
And as always, we're going to make sure all the links you need to recreate this project at home or to connect with Julie for inspiration on projects all year round. It's all going to be available after the show today on 9and10news.com.